Hello, I'm Iwona Sobolewska and welcome to Meet Britain's Makers, the series at Made in the Midlands TV, which brings you top manufacturing and engineering companies in the region. Today we are welcomed by Adam Christie from Zaun. Hello Adam,
Hello.
Thank you for joining us today.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. So tell us about Zaun, tell us about the company, what do you do?
Well, Zaun started as a fencing manufacturer 20 years ago, and we imported mesh panels and posts from other manufacturers. We were a very small company to start with, and we then resold those as systems to clients, councils, ball courts for local schools, etc. And we've since then grown into a pretty much multinational company. We manufacture our own mesh panels now, we manufacture our own posts, we have facilities in-house to basically, we call ourselves a one-stop shop. The only thing we don't do is paint our products. Yeah.
Wow, so you say you're manufacturing an international company, and I've read something about diversification, how you diversified your businesses recently. Can you tell us about that?
Absolutely, yeah. We've had to take on different companies and different technologies to diversify our product range so that we can cater for other industries such as the utilities industries, high security establishments like prisons, mental health units, anti-hostile vehicle mitigation systems. So, our fences are now, or some of our fences, not all, should I say, are now crash-proof. We've had them tested by Myra in Nuneaton, and the TRL laboratories down in Berkshire. So we've had to broaden our range of products. So it's now not just a fencing system that we supply; it's a complete security perimeter system that we supply.
Oh, that's very interesting. And how as a company have you managed to do it? What sort of role employees played in that field?
They've played a massive role. I mean, obviously we've got the guys on the shop floor that make everything,
yes.
But then we have taken on people who are very adept in recognising security risks within fence lines, so to speak. So they go and visit clients, they assess the site, they tell them whether or not they think, based on their experience, that they need to have the CCTV element of the fencing incorporated into the system. We also suggest enhancements to the fencing. We do fencing up to 5.5, 6 metres high with concertina razor barb topping, electrification to full height that produces 40,000 volts of what we call it's a deterrent, but you wouldn't want to touch it. And also, automation of gates into complexes. The guys that go and visit our clients, they know everything about perimeter protection, so they can advise quite adeptly.
That's interesting. Would you say you're a very innovative company?
Absolutely. We've had to change the way that we look at fencing. Everybody thinks of fencing as traditionally a wooden panel and post system. We manufacture steel fencing. We do woven panels now, woven mesh panels. So instead of welding our wires together to create a rigid fence panel, we have one of the only machines in the UK that can actually weave high tensile wire into basically a mat that we use as a fence panel up to, like I say, 6 metres in height. It's made from high tensile wire, so it's very difficult to cut and get through. We've also had to look at integrating the CCTV and also perimeter intrusion detection systems into our fencing. So that's changed the whole design of the fence, so to speak, from a panel and post system to something that can cater for CCTV units mounted on top of the fence posts, and also to take the electrification on the fencing as well.
All right. So would you say you're a market leader in the fencing industry? How have you changed the industry in this time? We
are the most innovative company we feel in the fencing industry in the UK. We have such a diverse range of products that we like to think that we can offer more than other companies. We do cantilever sliding gates, for instance, bifolding gates, many different aspects of fencing that not one company would be able to cater for. So.
Okay, brilliant. So you are celebrating your 20th anniversary this year. So can you tell me what are the key ingredients in earning such a great landmark?
It's diversification is the main thing. If we were less able to take on different industries or cater for different clients, I think we would stagnate in the industry that we were in. A lot of the ball court fencing that we used to do for playgrounds, etc., they're now being supplied by smaller fencing companies that are able to source cheaper materials from overseas, or it's becoming so popular, the smaller stuff, that we've had to branch out and evolve to stay ahead of the game, and that's allowed us to land big contracts such as the 2012 Olympic Games, the 2014 Commonwealth Games. We've done the fencing for the G8 Summit, other quite sensitive meetings of high important people that we've had to protect. And it's only because we've been able to work with other companies and develop a fencing system for their barriers, the road barriers that you see on motorways, etc. We've developed fencing systems to sit on top of those barriers because we've decided to commit to diversify and supply that.
Okay, brilliant. So definitely employees play a huge role in such a company like yours. So what is your view on employing apprentices? Do you currently employ apprentices? Do you train your workforce as you go and diversify your services?
We have no choice but to train our workforce. We have taken on apprentices in the past. Fencing being such a unique industry, it's difficult to find apprentices that would like to work for us and learn about the fencing industry, because as I said before, a lot of people who aren't in the know about fencing see fencing as just a panel and post system that you have installed around your garden. They don't see the complicated side of it. So we'd love to take more apprentices on. We have currently 2 apprentices. One is in the accounts department, and the other chap is actually just finished his apprenticeship. And he was on the shop floor learning about fabrication. But again, we have to train our clients, our workforce, about the technological advancements that we've learnt by diversifying our products. So they need to know how critical their fabrication techniques are in these new high security products, because with high security products, every aspect of it counts. So their weld needs to be checked. All the powder coating, the galvanizing process needs to be thoroughly checked to pass the very strict guidelines that our clients are now expecting from us.
All right. So with such a sensitive products that you do for G8 Summit and the Olympics, how do you promote yourself as a company? How do you gain your new contracts?
Well, we use those as benchmarks for our clients. So every project like that we do, if we're allowed to, we collate as much information and take as many photographs and get as much feedback as possible from these projects, so that we can show future clients, look, we've done this project. It was a fantastic success. The Olympics was a really good promotional project for us, because it was so big. We did over 12 miles of fencing with almost 100 very large gates on it, and they all had electric topping and CCTV cameras. And that allowed us then to easily obtain the Commonwealth Games project, and that has a knock-on effect. We've shown that we have the capability, we've succeeded, and fingers crossed, big events in this country will come knocking at the door, or the organisers will, and they'll ask us to secure their sites. Yes,
definitely. And what's your plan for the future? What is your strategy at the moment?
At the moment, we are talking to the guys in the Middle East. They with the price of oil fluctuating, going up and down, and obviously oil reserves potentially running out, they're becoming very conscious that their sites over there are very sensitive. And so we have developed a system for a couple of clients over there that secures to the top of their concrete barrier around their oil fields. And so we're working with them, and also with the CCTV element of it. We're trying to break the Middle East, so to speak, because they're the ones that have the most sensitive sites at the moment, and they have a lot of requirement for fencing out there. So, but they're very particular in the fact that they want something that's ultra secure, has passed certain tests. So we've manufactured sample products. It's a corrugated fence, so it's a bit like a cardboard setup. So we have a flat mesh panel on the outside, and inside we have a corrugated panel. We've had that tested by a company down in Berkshire called BRE, the British Research Establishment, and they've given our fence a rating, or they're about to give us a rating of what we call SR3, so security rating 3. and we are one of only a handful of companies in the UK that have such a high rating of our fencing. Okay. We've even got another type that's a type of fence that's been rated SR4. So that's another development in the fence that big clients would like to see. They'd like to see that label on the fence, and if they know that it's been tested by a big company like BRE, they're more likely to accept that and take it on board.
All right, so it looks like you have a lot of challenges, but you're succeeding in overcoming them quite well. So it's great to hear that. But tell me, how are you going to celebrate your anniversary this year? So it's a big one, so you need to be celebrated.
It is a big one. I haven't heard anything in the pipeline yet. Being the research and development manager, I'm stuck in my small office. I'm told to invent things. I'd love to be a celebration. I've been with the company for 12 years, and for the 10th anniversary we had a good celebration, so I'm hoping that what's been planned in the pipeline is going to be even better.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think there is a lot of things worth celebrating. So
Absolutely,
on that note, we are going to finish. Thank you, Adam, for coming today.
No, thank you.
Thank you for listening, and we encourage you to subscribe to Made in the Midlands .tv and as well as to Made in the Midlands channel on YouTube. If you wish to be on the channel, please give us a call on this number, and thank you.